This cold snap that is upon us and that is going to be here for a minute. It's going to be like that family member who just won't leave.
They start to get irritating after 3 days. They say like fish and family members should never stay around longer than 3 days. Yeah, exactly. True. Well, this cold weather, we haven't seen the likes of this since 2010, according to our meteorologist, Jonathan Kegas. And to prove it, I love to take a Florida gauge of how cold things are. And a sign of how cold things are, and when you start to see these big potatoes huddling in the springs, the manatees.
The baked potatoes. I think some people get offended when you call them baked potatoes.
No, look at them. Look, what do those look like?
They do. Oh, I know. I totally agree. They look like baked potatoes.
Okay, why would people be offended? I'm not making your mama jokes. I'm just saying they look they're sweet, they're friendly. And we were hoping to see twins out there today, like little pups, I think is what they call the little babies. But look how many people are out there, because the spring is a steady 72 degrees. Mm-hmm. But you can tell that it's getting colder by the number of manatees out there.
Have you ever tried to go on a day when it's cold and it's a weekend day?
No.
Today probably wasn't so bad. The line goes so far. You have to wait for a really long time to get in because everybody wants to go see them.
Yeah, it's a really popular place. And this is why I really do. I love sea cows. I think they're precious. They're sweet. And this is one gauge of, how many there are in there to tell you how cold it's going to get, because almost everywhere right now is under a freeze warning tonight and then moving forward because we are so cold. And, we're in store of this near freezing to freezing temperatures for the better part of this week and going into the weekend. And first responders, we forget sometimes, we call on these people to save us in the worst times, and it doesn't matter. They don't say we can't come because it's cold. They have
We're
to come.
For that.
Yeah, I am very thankful. So our community correspondent Mark Lehman takes a look at how they get ready for this.
Lieutenant Dave Williams' crew at Station 36 is expecting things to get busy over the next week. With a prolonged cold snap in the forecast, there will likely be more calls for people exposed to the frigid temps.
We look at pediatrics and elderly patients, or those who, like the homeless, who are outside for extended periods of time. Even though it's Central Florida, we do have issues with hypothermia here.
Firefighters are also bracing to respond to heater-related issues at homes.
It literally burns that dust off, so that's why you have that heating smell. So we do get a lot of those calls initially. After the first, second, third day, it starts dwindling down. But as far as active fires, we'll see a little bit of an increase, but not drastic.
Many of those fires will be because of space heaters.
If residents are going to use space heaters, just remember 3 feet away from any objects, don't use an extension cord. If you're using an extension cord for a space heater, you're using it in the wrong space.
In this time of year, Williams reminds homeowners to check their smoke detectors.
It's very important that you have working detectors. The recommendation is replace them every 10 years. Whenever we have a time change, every 6 months, change your batteries.
And the reason stories like this one is so important because people don't always remember to do the basic stuff because we get busy with life. And sometimes we're like, do we really need to tell people not to put a space heater up near a wall or something flammable? Do we really need to remind people to change the batteries?
To not use a generator indoors after a hurricane?
The answer is yes. And I don't mind doing it because if one person hears it for the first time and they didn't know that, then they needed to know. So it saved somebody, possibly a family.
Right, there you go. We put it out there. Stay warm. Good luck. It's going to be chilly, especially Thursday.